Welcome back to the Life Lab. This is our final episode in our series about marathon training. So a few days ago, I crossed the finish line of the Manchester Marathon. So for the past several months, a big part of my routine has been really structured around training for Manchester Marathon. So doing early morning runs, doing like long runs at the weekend, and trying to stick to a plan even when my motivation wasn't always that high. And what I found is that marathon training has a real rhythm to it. So some runs feel strong and almost like effortless, whereas others feel really hard and heavy and slow. And quite often for me, just getting out of the door was the hardest part. But somewhere along all that training, something interesting happened to me. So I started to realise that the marathon isn't really about the day itself, although that's really special. It's all about all the training that came before it. So crossing the finish line, yes, was a moment of celebration, but it was really like an accumulation of hundreds and hundreds of small decisions that I made over time. And it made me reflect on something about life and leadership, because often our lives or our leadership journeys look very similar. We focus on the big moments, the results, the milestones, and the achievements that are really visible. But what really shapes outcomes are the consistent actions that happen long before any of those celebratory moments arrive. So maybe like the conversations you have, even when they're difficult, or the preparation you put in, even when it's boring, or the discipline to keep going when progress feels slow or things feel really hard. And in many ways, life and leadership are like marathon training. They're a long game. And they're not really about bursts of intensity, they're about endurance. And I suppose that's one of the biggest lessons that I've taken from this experience, is that progress rarely happens in dramatic leaps. It happens just one step at a time, 1 mile at a time. And that's how we're going to close this series. So until next time, take care.